Listen to me when I say this. Do not have kids if you don't know the possibilities of your chance, the possibility and risk of your kids having Down syndrome.
She's advising women that do not have kids. Number one, if you don't have a village. But the most important thing is do not have kids if you're not sure if you're going to have a disabled child. She's going through a lot, a whole lot, and she crashed out completely online crying how she's tired, how her son is everywhere, is catching everywhere. She does not have anybody that is helping her 24 hours. The child is with her. She cannot even walk. Like she crashed out completely. Let's watch this video together.
Listen to me when I say this. Do not have kids if you don't know the possibilities of your chance, the possibility and risk of your kids having Down syndrome, autism, being on the spectrum, cerebral palsy, all the above. Do not have kids. So from time to time, I let my son come in here and play with his toys. He was way too quiet. Like, bro, this is the type of shit you gotta deal with. Water on the floor. He put the cashews and water in a blender and poured it on the plate and missed the plate. I'm tired. Every day is something. And then on top of that, me not having help from nobody, having no support system, nobody. He's with me 24/7. If you don't have no support system, if nobody's willing to get your kids and keep them a couple days so you can accomplish stuff, do stuff, get a peace of mind, even for a couple hours, don't have no kids. Every day I tell myself, like, this is just too much for me. And then I question myself. And then I just be feeling like he don't even deserve. It's just not fair. It's just not fair. I was talking to his dad and I asked him, I said, name one thing it is that you want to do, that you can't do because you have kids. And he just sat there quiet and looking at me and couldn't say nothing. He told me we'll finish the conversation when I make it home. Do y'all think we got on the phone and talked about it? Or said one word about it? No. Like, I try to give him freedom to play in the living room. We already live in a 1-bedroom. You can see how big my house is. Literally the hallway room, living room. Like, I try to give him the freedom to at least play in his bounce house and play with his toys, but I can't even do that. I can't even do that. I ain't had my eyes off of him for long. He kept running back and forth from the room to in the living room. Sometimes I really feel like God put too much on me that I can't handle it. I can't handle this. I just can't do it no more. I can't. And if he has somebody that would get him, so I can at least mentally get myself together and take care of stuff I need. He got kicked out of another daycare. He with me. He been with me for 3 weeks. I can't even work. I can't even attempt, and then if I do, he gotta be with me and be in danger. Go get on the potty if you boo-boo. Like, we've been working on stuff, potty training. He's potty trained. He's fully potty trained. But I'm going through a lot, and it just don't make it no better. I be wanting to give up everything. And it's just not fair to him at all. It's not fair to me. Like, I don't know what to do. Imagine having a child on the spectrum that talk real well, potty trained, can't control his emotions and have tantrums. Imagine him not being able to to stay in daycares, and he keep getting kicked out because of these tantrums, and because they're scared that one day he's gonna end up hurting himself, which he has already done. He had a knot on his head that at the last daycare that I was never informed of. But imagine you deciding to lay down on your back, or probably lay on your stomach, and you have a child, and you gotta deal with the consequences of not being able to work, not being able to live a regular life with your child and be happy, or financially free, because he keep holding you back. Like, I honestly can't believe this is my life. I honestly can't believe this is my life. I honestly can't believe this is my life. I just can't. I just can't. Like, I never ever wanted this to be my life.
I really feel terrible for her, like completely. I feel so bad for her. And I hope she gets better. I don't know. Raising a child is very difficult. Now, raising a child with Down syndrome, there was a woman again that came out one time ago that she was scratching that she has an autistic child and she was tired. It was pulling everywhere. She was tired. When a woman come and say that she doesn't want to have a child because she's not sure if she's going to have a child that is disabled, that has Down syndrome, that is autistic, if she says she's not going to have a child because of those reasons, or because she's not sure if she's not going to have them, respect her, because it takes a lot for the women that are taking care of these children. It takes a lot, especially when they don't have help. It takes a lot. Some of them even have more than one child. Some of them are even raising more than one. You guys, I have interesting reaction on this video, so let's watch what other people have to say on this video, and I'll see you at the end.
Imagine having a child on the spectrum, talk real well, potty trained, can't control his emotions and have tantrums.
I got time today, I sure do. This mother came on this app. Those are cries for help. Those are cries for help. Those are not cries for judgment. The comments on her video are disgusting. A few months back, I made a video about a child that me and my children came across in an arcade. He was autistic. He had an absolute fit over a chair inside of an arcade. Do you know what me and my kids did? We got up, we moved the chairs around, and we let him have his chair that he wanted. Come to find out, he came there every single day, ordered the same thing every single day, sat in the same spot, played the same games every single day. I also stated in that video that unless you are a parent to an autistic child, you will never know what it feels like to walk a day in their shoes. Those shoes do not fit your feet. Autism is a processing disorder, which means that something that I could teach my kids within a day, it takes them way longer to understand, and sometimes they never understand. Sometimes they need a different way of learning. It's not because an autistic child is any less than. It's not because an autistic child is dumb. They simply learn things differently. Their brain is wired differently. From what I understand, this mother does not have anybody, so she came on this app to hopefully find a village, to hopefully find parents just like her that are to their breaking point. And we all have a breaking point as parents. We're not perfect, we are human. We also need to understand that kids do not come with an instruction manual. We are learning and growing as our children are learning and growing. The only advice that I can give to the people that are being so mean and hateful to her, go get an autistic child and babysit them for just 1 hour. Just 1 hour, and then get back to me. I can almost guarantee you will come back with the feeling of defeat.
Child on the spectrum, talk real well, potty trained.
I'm also a special needs mom to a little boy with autism level 2, and I feel this young lady. I do have a lot of support from family, which I'm very thankful for, but a lot of my days still end up in tears. The lack of empathy in this comment section is just nuts, and honestly, I'm disappointed but really not surprised. People will never understand how difficult it is to have a child on the spectrum until they have a child on the spectrum. It is hard. And people are like, oh, kids do this. Get away from me. Raising all kids are hard. This is a different level of hard that you hopefully will never have to understand. Honestly, I think a lot of people are still coming from that mindset, this horrible mindset that autism is a superpower. It's not. Stop saying that. It is very harmful and just very belittling. Anyways, my heart goes out to this young lady. You have a lot of people who are right in your shoes, and you're not alone.
Listen to me when I say this. Do not have kids.
And I won't. That's why I say kids. Y'all be sitting here having all these children and they want to get online and cry about it. We've been telling y'all to stop having children. We've been saying this for the longest. Stop having children if you can't take care of one. Regardless of what disorder, if they're a bad child, if they're on a spectrum, if they just whatever. If you know you can't take care of no child, don't have no child. Please.
There was a creator who posted a video that she did not want to have children because she was afraid that she would have a child that's disabled. As a woman who had a disabled sister, she has spina bifida, and she lived with me for several years before she died. As a sister to this child who has spina bifida, as an employee who worked in a convalescent hospital in San Diego, California, Children's Hospital, as my first job right out of high school, I am telling you that is a valid reason not to have a child.
Yeah.
It is a valid reason not to have a child. As a person that's on this app, and I've seen clip after clip of mothers getting in the face by their autistic children, it is a valid concern. As a person that goes to the grocery store and I see elderly parents taking care of their mentally delayed child, at least that's what it appears in. From the outside looking in, yes, it is a very valid concern. The world is not set up for disabled people. It's not. There were times that I wanted to go somewhere with my sister, and we were on public transportation, and I would have to put her on my back because the ramp didn't work. We would go somewhere and walk up the streets, and we would have to walk in the street. Like the sidewalk just stopped. It just stopped. So now we're walking against traffic in the street. When I was working in the convalescent hospital, the number of kids that could not breathe for themselves, they could not swallow, they could not digest. Their brains and heads were so huge, they would have to have hydrocephalus. Look up pictures of hydrocephalus. I remember there was a family where we were going to maybe Costa Rica, and it was very obvious that the son had delayment issues. He was, I'm assuming, severely autistic, right? And he would get aggressive. So here's the mom and here's the dad, and the dad had to take care of the other two kids while the mom handled the boy. And he would swing at her while we were standing in line. And she would block the hit. That's all she could do is block the hit. And then he would just drop to the ground. And I'll never forget, she took him by his belt. And she like scooped him up off the ground. This child, I don't know if he was a child or adult, was built like a 22-year-old man. And she had to scoop him up off of the ground to get him to move forward in line. So when that lady said, I don't want to have children because I'm scared my child will be born with a disability, it is a true concern. And we haven't even hit the financial aspect of it yet. Mm-hmm. And the number of men that bail out,
Do not have.
Many of us have been in this situation before, and it hasn't necessarily been because you have a child. It could be for a number of reasons where you feel like you have too much on you. God has put a burden on you that you cannot bear. But I'm here to tell you that God wouldn't do such a thing. See, you feel like right now you can't manage something because you've never managed it before. This is something new to you. And so you're going to feel a lot of anxiety. You're going to feel nervous. You're going to feel overwhelmed when things are happening that are new to you. But the moment that you understand why God gave you the assignment, the moment that you're clear on you can handle the assignment because God doesn't put more on you than you can bear. The moment that you get that down, that's when you start to realize the strength that you have and the things that you can do, and you start making plans on how to handle the situation versus talking about how you can't handle the situation. Keep in mind, y'all, the power of life and death is on the tongue. So the more you speak negatively into a situation, it's going to look negative to you because you already feel it in your heart, you thought it in your mind, and now you're saying it out your mouth. To this young woman, I sympathize with you as a mother who has a child that's on the spectrum. He has autism, and I didn't find out until he was like, almost 2 years old, I believe. And so I get the pain that you're going through. I understand the confusion that you're dealing with. But I promise you, baby girl, I promise you with all my heart and soul that you and your child will be A-okay. As long as you turn to God, not to your baby daddy, not to TikTok, but turn to God and seek his face so that you understand what it is that he wants you to do with this assignment. As for her advice about do not have children if you don't have the support, God already said it first. We should be having children in wedlock. And before anybody says, well, a husband can leave you, yes, the wrong husband can leave you. And we don't have control over that anyway. But if I had to roll the dice, I would rather be married than to have a child out of wedlock. This is speaking from a wife and a used to be baby mama.
Please, let's take the creator's advice. Do not have kids if you're not sure. If probably one person in your family member or one person in your spouse family member is this, if you are not sure, or if don't, because sometimes you don't they don't even start immediately. Some of these, they don't start immediately. It might be after they are born. Before you know, they lose their eyes, or they lose, like, I just feel like something most of the time having children, you need to be ready completely. You need to be ready completely. It is not all that, don't worry, it gets better. You see some mothers come online and say, oh, it always get better. Don't worry, just put it together. Does it, like, sometimes it doesn't get better, it get worse. It get worse, and people need to know that it get worse. And if you feel like it's getting better at a point, it get worse again. That is it's for having a child. It is not all child that comes out perfect. Some children don't even fall sick, they don't even cry too much, like they're just sweet. Not everybody have those type of children, and you don't even know which one you're going to have. One crazy thing about pregnancy is you don't even know the one that you don't know. That's one thing, that you don't even know what is coming out. Yes, the doctors will try their best to tell you what you're expecting. Some of them might not even see it. They might not even see what is going on there until you have that child. So now, yes, you get married before you have a child, or you want to do it normally, and your husband might not even have your time. We see a lot of mothers that come online to say they are single mothers in their married homes. So you having a child, if is you must be ready completely, and know that you might not have any village. If you can accept the fact that you might not have any village, you accept the fact that one day this man that you have a child with will leave you with that child. You will do it because you are doing it alone. If you know you cannot handle it alone, don't do it. If you know that you must have somebody around for you to take care of those children, and you cannot take care of a child or two, don't have more than one. If you know that one is okay for you financially, stick with one. Don't have another because you feel like, oh, you already have a lot of people that can take care of the children. Have them, because there'll be a time whereby you might be the only one handling these children and nobody is there to take care of those children. Can you handle them? Ask yourself those questions before you start having more than what you can take, because you don't even know what you're having. If the first one is sweet, there was no complication, the second one might be worse. And one thing I noticed about these women that usually have children that have Down syndrome, like I just feel like they keep having more because they feel like, oh, this one, let me have another one, let me have another one. Sometimes I'm like, this one you have, is it even easy to take care of one? Like you're having another one. You see them having, they have 3 children. Some of them are already born like 4. Maybe it's the last child that now has issues. Like it's crazy. And I really feel for her, to be honest. I hope she gets better. I hope she gets better. Anyway, you guys, what is your take on this video? Let me know your thought about this video down in the comment section. Respectfully, as always, Sugar Mara David, and thank you so much for tuning into this video. I hope you enjoyed this one. Please like and share and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one, guys.